All right, time to talk 2018. End of the year, everybody always does it, talking about the previous year, the good, the bad, the ugly. Just figured, can't beat them, join them. So we're going to talk some 2018. Let me bring up my Steam here, and as usual, play a little CSGO. Alright, watching the chat over here. If you got anything to say, I'm always up to listen to people ramble about me rambling. As always, you can join me on Skype at Admiral Joker. Whoa! I might need to adjust my lighting switch a little bit. There we go. Yeah, my lighting switch ain't the best right now. I don't have my big studio lights up, but mainly due to I don't feel like setting them up at the moment. I would, but I'm lazy. Just how I roll. Yeah, looks alright to me. Alright, let's bring up some Counter-Strike and start talking 2018. Eventually it'll start. So, as terms of films for 2018, I did see not that many this year, to be honest. Real life has kept me kind of busy, but I did see some of the bigger things this year. A few things, anyways. Did see Ready Player One. Not the biggest fan of Ernest Cline. Not a big fan. As much as I'm not a fan of reference products such as Family Guy, I don't like this just in joke or reference the cartoon. And there's lots of other products like that. I can honestly say that I kind of enjoyed Ready Player One quite a bit. It was fun. It was entertaining. It had great stuff about it. I actually really enjoyed Ready Player One and thought it was actually a pretty enjoyable film. If you want a good kind of throwbacky, not really throwback, but if you want a kind of a good, modern Spielberg film, you really can't go wrong with Ready Player One. It does kind of have a weird 80s to 90s aesthetic to it, but with a modern kind of feel. It's kind of weird as it doesn't really live in any particular kind of genre in that sense. I enjoyed it. Thought it was okay. Recently, I just watched the new Predator movie, The Predator. To be honest, I did not dislike it too much. I know a lot of people said it was one of the most offensive movies of the year. I don't find it particularly offensive. Other things about it I didn't really care much for. Yeah, the whole subplot of autism being the future of humanity I thought was kind of silly. And I didn't really care too much for the film itself felt a bit disjointed. It was pretty obvious that it was very heavily reshot in several places, especially the third act, and it is well known it was done quite a bit. But I enjoyed it quite a bit and thought it was entertaining. 1 second, got some text message. I want to know why. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what that was about, but okay. Trying to think what other movies I actually saw this year. Oh, the house with the clock in its walls. I actually really enjoyed that movie a lot. I thought it was a great, directed by Eli Roth of all people. you know, the guy who did Hostel and really does a lot, Cabin Fever, does a lot of horror movies. Ironically, he did another movie this year which was critically panned, which was the new Death Wish movie. But House of the Clock and Its Walls was rather entertaining for a Eli Roth film. It's actually, I kind of wish he was doing those movies sooner. As far as a kids movie, it was actually very entertaining. I gotta admit, it's actually better than like Goosebumps. If you want a good kind of scary kids movie, it's a good route to go. It's not Goosebumps, because Goosebumps, I think, kind of talks down to the audience way too much, where House with the Clock and Its Walls does not talk down to the audience. A script by Eric Kripke, who created Supernatural, probably helps quite a bit. Yes. Helps keep the script nice and tight and makes it work. I highly recommend checking that out. For video games this year, surprisingly, I did not play that many as I was hoping to. I know there's a lot of big releases, but I don't play a lot of certain genres too often, and I've been busy with a lot of things. I would probably say of this year... Ooh, come on, die. I've been playing a lot more retro games, to be honest. Particularly discovering old classics that I have not played. But still, there are some newer games I did bother checking out and actually enjoy quite a bit. Bloodstained Circle of the Moon is a spin-off game for the forever in development, it appears, Bloodstained game, which is Igarashi's spiritual successor to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Bloodstained is a spin-off very much in the vein of Castlevania 3 of all games. I loved it. I thought it was really creative, it was really unique, I thought it was fun, and I really did enjoy the hell out of it. It's only, I think, like $10 on Steam, so you want to play it, check it out. Killing people here.
Good one, son.
Ooh. Oh, come on. Don't shoot me in the back like that. But yeah, I mean, what have you saw this year that you really liked? I'd like to know. I mean, I know I saw quite a bit, and I really enjoyed quite a few things. But I'd like to know what you played or watched or saw. And I just realized my stream is not recording me watching anything. I will come back and do that. Stop recording. Ah!